What's up YouTube, Zach here, and today we're going to be doing a deck profile. This is the one I promised on Dino-Rabbits. This is not your conventional Dino-Rabbit build, I guess. It's more like the older version, like when Dino-Rabbit first came out. This is how people thought you were supposed to play it. I still believe that, with obviously minor changes, because now there's not like three rabbits, 3 tour guides, Sangan, stuff like that. Anyway, took this to locals, and it actually did like really well. Without macro, you honestly don't need macro to beat mermales, and I think it's actually like, I felt like it was slowing me down the times I had it, and I'd rather just use like maxis or veilers. I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe that was just my poor siding. But the only time I lost to mermales was when, the only time I lost was when I fucked up my siding. The actual deck itself did not, like, fail at all. So, anyway, let's get into the profile after that minute of rambling. We've got, 2 of your boss monster, the Rescue Rabbit. I opened him in, one match. I opened both games 1 and 2. I opened Rabbit Tour Guide, and then that was the only time I opened Rabbit, I think, the entire tournament. The other times, I would just draw into it, and you will see how I drew into it later. After that, we've got your 3 Sabersaurus. That's his 1900 like beater is really good. I don't know if people realize that. Cabazools, yeah, I know, he's just like a dinosaur. Then we've got 2 tour guides, because that's all you can run. I don't really want to mess around with Night Assailant just because it's a little inconsistent sometimes, although there were games where I opened 2 tour guides in a row. For example, when I opened Rabbit Tour Guide, I opened Rabbit Tour Guide, which I guess was a little shitty, so it might be worth testing Night Assailant just because I run Pot of Avarice in this deck, since I'm not running macro. So I could always just recycle the second tour guide back into the deck, just make the one in my hand live. But I don't really like drawing Night Assailant. Next we've got 2 card Ds, and this card is literally the shit in this deck. Because Dino-Rabbit runs, I think I run like 12 or 13 back row. So you go card D and set even just 2, although usually today I was going like set 4, summon card, draw 2, and I might draw into Rescue Rabbit. Even if I drew into, or I draw into like Sabersaurus, Thunder King, or Tour Guide, and then just drawing into Thunder King or Sabersaurus with 3 back rows, pretty good. And card D is just like that +1 that helps you get there. So, I mean, if you're not running this in Dino-Rabbit, I really suggest you do. I'm assuming this will get reprinted, but this was the main reason I wasn't doing the deck profile, because I didn't have these yet. And with all my testing, this card is the shit. Next we've got 2 Thunder Kings. This is really an anti-meta deck. You're here to stop Fire Fist and Mermales, and Thunder King does that, in my opinion. Next we've got 2 Snowman Eaters. Snowman Eater is always good at the beginning of the format, in my opinion. Good for the mirror match, good for Fire Fist, and, I mean, it's not bad against Mermail as long as they don't pop it with a marksman, which usually they're focused on your back row anyway. And then we've got 1 Gores, because I am not running macro, and I'm running a substitute for Fiendish Chain just to make him live. Pretty much every time I drew him, he got dropped, so pretty good. So moving on to spells. This is actually a really long deck profile, I think. So I'm going to try and speed it up. We got Monster Reborn. This is pretty standard. Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, Book of Moon. Mind Control, I don't think everybody runs Mind Control, but there's enough level 4s and level 3s, like, running around. Like, if they leave an Undyne on the field, I usually end up taking it, stuff like that. So we got those. We got 1 Pot of Duality. I don't know how I like this. I mean, I never drew it dead, so that was pretty good. It's good if you go, like, Pot of Duality, card D, because then you're just, like, really filtering through your deck. Pot of Avarice to recycle everything, recycle your dinos and stuff. I might cut this when Emerald comes out, but really, in conjunction with Emerald, it's like an amazing thing. And then more Spell and Trap, removal, hate, etc. Got double Forbidden Lance and 3 MSTs. MST to stop Abyspheres and stuff like that. Night Shot's not that good. And then Lance, I mean, it was pretty good. I don't think I used it as much, but that's because I don't have Guaibas, or didn't use Guaibas. Alright, so now we've got traps. We got Solemn Duo. That's all we can use right now, which is unfortunate for this deck anyway. Then we've got double Mirror Force. I was actually running double Torrential at the my locals, and it just wasn't that good. So took out a Torrential, put in a second Mirror Force because I'd only been running one, and I already like it more. Next up, we've got double Dimensional Prison. Just like you attack into me, I hope you lose. Bottomless Trapples. We got two of those because it's pretty good. This is all pretty standard, I think. Only one Torrential. I felt like I only needed one. Like I just mentioned with the Mirror Force thing, because I always have board presence, usually, like if I set up a Lagia or something. Then we've got one Breakthrough Skill. I kind of wanted this to be Fiendish Chain, and if I decide to make him Fiendish Chains, I will just take out Gores or something, or make it 41. I don't know how many cards are in this deck, but this card was good. Like in the mirror match, this is good. If Mermails make Abyss Gaios, this is good. So there's just so many times that this card is good that it outweighs, I mean, the Fiendish, not being Fiendish Chain, I guess. So there's one of those. We got the one Starlight Road and a Compulse. That is pretty much it for the traps. And then the extra deck, I just realized I don't have built, but I'm going to build it quickly for you guys, because you guys matter. And I don't mean that, like, in a bad way. I mean that, like, for real. Because I want to show you this, and people probably want to see it, because I have some weird choices. Anyway, I guess I will go over how I did at locals, yesterday. Round 1, I kind of played this kid who wasn't, I usually don't do these locals reports, by the way, and I don't mean to, but I've got the time while I'm building this extra deck. Anyway, at locals, I played this kid, round 1, who wasn't terrific, and so, I mean, I swiftly 2-0'd him. I also opened, like, fucking amazingly, 5 back row in card D, so that was pretty dumb. But then round 2, I played against, shit, I forget. I believe it was Mermails. Yeah, I played against Mermails round 2, or maybe that was round 3. I might be mixing up round 2 and 3. But I played against Mermails, 2-0'd him. I opened Rabbit, Tour Guide, like I said. And then round 3, I played against Six Samurai. He's probably like one of the best Six Samurai players I've known. I mean, I guess you can be good at playing Six Samurai. But he won game 1. His deck was really made to beat Mermails, and I still lost. And then I managed to come back because I just sided in like mad hate. So that was cool. And round 4, Dino-Rabbit mirror match. My friend, he had been like sacking people the whole tournament apparently, so I wasn't looking forward to that. I beat him game 1. Game 2, he gets it. He opened Rabbit and like 3 back row, and I just opened like a Sabersaurus and a Thunder King. So I was like, whatever, I can just come back. I side in some more, and then we get to it. Like after like 3 turns, we're already in like a really simple like top decking type of game state. Top decks Rabbit. I've got a Breakthrough Skill, so I Breakthrough Skill his Lagia on my turn because I max-seed him when he summoned the Rabbit. He's got 1 card in hand, by the way. I summoned my Rabbit because I drew into it off my max C. And then his only card in hand is Effect Veiler. So after I Breakthrough Skilled his Lagia, because I was trying to force the negate or let it go through just so I could summon my Rabbit and then get over Lagia, he of course has the Effect Veiler. And I only had like 4 monsters in my graveyard, so I had a Dead Pot of Avarice in my hand. But I now have the extra deck, so... Oh wait, round 5 I played Mermail. Since the guy in round 4 wanted to drop out, he just gave me the win. And then I gave the win to the guy in round 5. And we played it out, but he would have won anyway. So, I mean, I guess I didn't do too well, but... I mean, I lost to bullshit. And then, round 5, I didn't side, like, really. Anyway, we've got extra deck. Double Lagia, that should make sense. Double Dolka, I mean... I never used 2, but that was only a 5-round tournament. So, I guess I'm going to keep it. 1 Black Ship of Corn, This card's good. I love this card, actually. Maestroke, probably should have gone into that more than I did. Cowboy was phenomenal. Actually, I think I only used him once, and that was to beat over Agors. But I love this card. I think I have a video where I just love it. Where I just really just talk about that. Topia, I made that. That was actually good. Pepalo Operative, it's pretty good. Ranked 3s, we got Leviathan, Acegolem, Leviair, Zenmaines, and Tim Tempo, just because you've got the tour guides. And then Stardust for the Starlight Road. So, I think that's 15. That was pretty much Dino-Rabbit deck profile and locals report, I guess. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, I suggest you guys rate, comment, and subscribe down there. And I will see you guys next time.